During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by YDOT.
7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar in Thermopolis invites you to try the best breakfast in Wyoming. Try some of the hit dishes like the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak, and the huevos rancheros. If it translates to ranch eggs, you know it'll be good. Try over 20 breakfast items on the menu. Find the kind of cooking that keeps you wanting more at 109 South 6th Street in Thermopolis. 7 Lazy S Cafe and Bar. Open Friday through Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for dinner, 4:30 to 9 p.m.
During winter...
Mountain View, home of the Buffaloes and Lady Buffaloes. I am Shawn O'Bray, your WYO Today sports director, joined as always by Ernie Over, your news director at WYO Today. And we are getting ready for some Lander Valley boys basketball against the Lovell Bulldogs. Ernie, we've had a long day, and it's about to end with a great game.
Yeah, it is. We can hardly wait for this one. It's going to be a good one. The Lander Tigers are going to go against the Lovell Bulldogs. And the last time these two teams met, it was up in Lovell, and it went into overtime, if you remember. Tigers had a 2-point lead and had the ball with 5 seconds to go, and a bad pass was intercepted by Lovell, and they hit a 3 in the corner, or they hit a 2 in the, I forgot what.
No, it was a 3. Yeah, he stole the inbound pass and threw up a prayer from the corner, and it dropped, and that was one of 2 buzzer beaters back-to-back against Lander. Luckily, they got away from Lovell with a win.
Yeah, and so tonight, the winner of this game will play Warland, a team that just defeated the hometown Mountain View Buffaloes by 20-some points. And on the other side of the I don't have the bracket with me. What did they do with my bracket?
Can I borrow this bracket, Jason?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Okay, on the other side of the bracket, we have, let's see, Powell defeated
Lander.
Oh, that's the girls' side. Here's the boys' side. Lyman over Powell in a really exciting game. Or no, it was Lyman over Thermop. And then
Pinedale lost to Powell,
Pinedale. And then Warland has just defeated Mountain View. And now the last game tonight is Lander and Lovell. So the winner of this game plays the Warland Warriors. And the loser of this game is going to go down at 1:30 tomorrow and play the Mountain View Buffaloes here in Mountain View. You know, if you've never been to Mountain View, this is a really interesting facility. It's one of the smaller gyms in 3A, but it's a dome. And I tell you what, it gets noisy in here. That noise is all reverberated right back down right at you. It's a great place to play basketball. It's a great place for fans. It's people really, really like to watch a game here.
Yeah, and this is only my second time here, and first time seeing it with a lot of Mountain View fans. Last time I was here was without Ernie. Ernie was on a break after he had just called about 10 games in 2 days. And I got down here, called some games, and there wasn't nearly as many Mountain View fans as there was today. And you're right. I mean, I could not hear myself think for the last 10 minutes. Even though they were down by about 20 points, they never stopped cheering. And boy, it gets loud in here. And then the speakers, they also help. They're all aimed directly down from the top of the dome.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a stadium here.
And we've got quite a few Lander fans, by the way, that have made the trip down here to Mountain View, gotten over South Pass. We're staying over at Little America, and there's a lot of Lander fans over there. Matter of fact, yesterday when we went into the restaurant, it was packed with Lander people. So that was good. The Tigers really travel well.
Yes, they do. And, you know, before we got to Little America, I was able to talk to Coach Mullins about this team and about this game. And I'm going to go ahead and play that now because we have about 7.5 minutes to go. Here's what Coach Mullins had to say during practice yesterday. If it'll work.
If it'll work, yeah.
What did you learn from this team this year from the beginning to the end?
Hey, Zach. Hey, it was, you know, we you know, it's been everything good and everything on the other side, you know, and everything in between that. You know, it's not been a roller coaster, I would say, but you know, just with different lineups and different situations going on, you know, I've just been super proud of them for kind of keeping their head down and, you know, finding ways to get in games. And that's the thing that surprises me the most about this group is, you know, whatever's thrown at them, you know, we find a way to be in the game at the end. So I've been super proud of them. I just hope they go out and cut it loose this weekend.
And I was just about to ask, this weekend you have 3 games you got to win, and then you go to state. And I mean, you could win 2 and go to state, but you know you want to win that third one. What's going to be different about this weekend, if anything, from this team to get that win, that conference championship?
You know, I think the teams that really compartmentalize and take it one game at a time, which is super cliche, but you know, my best teams have been the teams that have been able to do that and not look ahead and get too excited or, you know, don't let emotions kind of take over. You know, I think that's the biggest thing is how do you execute every single time down the floor on both ends. And if we're able to do that and play loose and have fun without being, you know, overwhelmed with pressure or anything like that, you know, those are the teams that usually perform well.
You got a lot of senior leadership on this team with Abe and Brennan and Braden, and you got, I mean, lots of seniors on this team. How's that going to help you out, especially when it gets to the nitty-gritty times?
Yeah, we got 4 good ones, you know, with Kaysen and it is helpful, you know, and you know, Kaysen, Abe, Brennan were all here last year in this situation, and you know, there's another example where we were probably playing the best that we've played all year, you know, and you go in and I think we had 30 more field goal attempts than Kimmer and somehow lost. You know? So you just have to be prepared. And like you said, you know, yes, you'd like to win 3, but there's a lot of ways to get there. You know, with the way that our regional tournament works, you just got to win 2 before you lose 2. And so the teams that can kind of stay focused and understand that even if you drop 1, you know, you can still get there and not become overwhelmed. You know, those are the teams that get there.
This may sound like a stupid question, especially since I know most coaches' answers are going to answer it the same, but you guys lost to Worland twice. You beat Douglas the one time you played them. Those are the 2 favorites to come out of this 2A West. They're a little revenge plotting here for if you guys see Worland?
Well, I mean, it's not revenge for us. I mean, if you're thinking about that, you're probably thinking of the wrong things. But, you know, yes, to answer your question, the ultimate thing is Lovell, you know, and you know, we can cross that bridge when we get there. But you know, Worland and Douglas, you know, have been the top 2 teams all year, and you know, I think Worland's their benefit is that they've had to play a lot of good teams on our side. Douglas on their side, you know, really has not you know, seen maybe the caliber of competition. So whoever comes out, these 4 teams, you know, I think are going to be a lot more prepared than the other side.
Well, hey, good luck this weekend, Coach.
Awesome, thanks.
I'll talk to you later. And I just now realized I said 2A West. I meant 3A West, obviously. Yeah. And that is just something that I was thinking of as we had just done the 2A West regional tournament last week, and we are at the 3A West tournament this week. We will be back with the Hampton Inn and Suites pregame show. We're about 3 minutes away from tip-off here on 93.1 KFCW.
For roads to turn slick, snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. KFCWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Back again at the field house here. I like to call it the Dome. They call it the field house at Mountain View High School. And we do have our Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups. First of all, for the Lovell Bulldogs, they're going to go with Carter Lundberg scoring 8.7 points a game. Joel Padilla scoring 7.9 points a game. Oz MacArthur scoring 2.9 points a game. Davin Crosby scoring 2 points a game, and Parker Anderson scoring 11 points a game. And let's listen to the public address announcer.
Sadly passed away at the age of 32. In honor of Sam and all the work he did in support of the people of Lovell, please join us in a brief moment of silence as we honor Sam Smith, taken from us too soon. Thank you. We again want to welcome all fans to Students Mountain High School.
Yes, Sam Smith. We were just sitting next to him 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Had no idea that would be the last time we got to see him and talk to him. Kind of sad. Ernie and I found out on the road yesterday, and we were fully planning on sitting next to him today. Trey Wambake is no longer on the team.
Oh, Trey Wambek.
Wambek, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have, that was a sad thing. It's not often that we lose a colleague that's so young, and he was in an automobile crash coming back from the Wyoming State Wrestling Tournament, and we lost him there. And to Sam, by gosh, rest in peace. We love you, guy. And so sorry that you're not here today.
He was so emphatic and energetic, and it was obvious that he liked his job. He loved his job. He wanted to be on the call with us. We would have had an extra headphone. We would have done it. But, I mean, man, you really don't expect it. And it's going to be something that Lovell is fighting for this weekend because they knew Sam pretty well.
Yeah,
and Lovell has the talent to put together a run, but now they have even more fuel underneath them, if you want to bring it that way. Yeah. As our lineup's getting announced.
The Lander Tigers are going to go with Kyson McClung, Braden Lincoln. Braden Lincoln is a new starter.
Caleb's the new starter. Bennett's the one that they took out.
Brennan Stauffenberg and Abe Lopez. So McClung, Lincoln, Bartoni, Stauffenberg, and Lopez. Yeah, Bartoni's been usually first off the bench.
Yeah, and Bartoni's really played his way onto this starting lineup.
He really has. And here we are. The 3A West Regional from Mountain View High School. I tell you, Mountain View just played the final game, but there's still an awful lot of people in here. So we're going to go. It's going to be Stauffenberg up against Oz MacArthur, and it's going to go to the Lovell Bulldogs.
Ooh.
In the backcourt, we have Davin Crosby. Crosby over to Padilla. Padilla on top of the key. Down back over to MacArthur. MacArthur on the near side to Parker Anderson. Anderson on top to Lundberg. Lundberg on the left side outside. Padilla now back out on top to Anderson. Back over to Padilla. Padilla drives the baseline, can't shoot. Around the horn it goes. With it now is Anderson. Padilla, and in the corner to MacArthur. Back out to Padilla on top. Now around the horn we're looking in the middle of the lane. It goes to MacArthur. He can't shoot, but on the far side there's a shot that goes up, not good. And we could have had the rebound there.
Abe Lopez stopped running. He thought Braden had it, and Braden stopped running because he thought Abe had it.
Underneath the basket, there's a shot that goes up off, not good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg for the Tigers. No score, 1 minute into the game. Stauffenberg all the way in, laid it up short. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Padilla brings it down on the right-hand wing. Goes in the corner now to Anderson. Around the horn to Lundberg. Lundberg, looks, bounces it on top to Anderson. In the near side and in the middle, there's a shot up and in by Crosby. First points of the game go to the Lovell Bulldogs at the 6:42 mark. McClung brings it down for the Tigers into the forecourt, off to Lopez. Lopez on top of the key, has it knocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play that time by Padilla. So the Tigers have it out right in front of the Lovell bench. Stauffenberg brings it in to McClung. McClung dribbles it across the key on the right wing to Lincoln. Underneath to Stauffenberg, back to Lincoln for three. It's long, not good. Rebound pulled down by the Lovell Bulldogs. Crosby down to Padilla. Padilla on the right side outside. Now down in the corner goes to Crosby. In the middle, there's the shot over to Padilla. Padilla on the left side outside. Now bounce pass on top to Lundberg. Back over to Padilla. In the middle, Anderson. His shot is up, not good. Going high for the rebound is McClung. Off to Stauffenberg, and the Tigers go the other way, right to left here on the floor of Mountain View High School. Stauffenberg for three is just a little bit too long. Not good.
We're 2 minutes in. We still don't have a score by Lander. Sorry, Ernie.
Well, that's all right. Padilla brought it down for the Bulldogs. Now he goes off to Lundberg on the right side. Cross-court pass to Anderson. Lundberg has it. There's a shot from the corner. Up, off, not good. Rebounded by McClung. Second rebound by McClung. Comes into the foreground, off to Stauffenberg. Now to Lopez. Back to McClung on top of the key. McClung in the middle. Stauffenberg's got a lane. He goes up and has the ball knocked out of bounds by Lovell. Lander will control. Nice drive by Stauffenberg, but good defense by Lovell.
Yeah, Lovell is known for their defense, and they have had quite a good run with it. Stauffenberg gets the inbound pass and immediately shoots a three, and it's good.
Well, Brennan gets Lander on top now, 3-2 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. And Lovell will bring it down. Padilla, he's the only guy we've seen all tournament in dreadlocks.
And a beard.
And a beard, yeah, there's a shot from the corner, not good. Whistle and a foul. Stauffenberg is fouled on the rebound by Anderson. By Davin Crosby.
Yeah, and we were just talking about Lovell's defense. They're ranked 6th in the 3A. They only allow 49 points. Lander right behind them at 51.7.
Tigers have the ball, moving right to left here on the floor of the Dome in Mountain View. Tigers leading by 1. Lincoln has it off to McClung. Wanted to hit Stauffenberg underneath, but that didn't work, so they go outside to Lopez. Lopez in the lane, shoots, and it goes off, not good. Rebound underneath by Bartoni.
But he was pushed out of bounds underneath, and now we're going to get a pushing call on number 2.
And that is Padilla. That's his first, second team foul. Tigers have it underneath the Lovell bench, or underneath the Lovell bucket. There's the inbound. Stauffenberg for three. It's an air ball. Rebounded underneath by Lopez. Picked up by Bartoni. And he throws it away. Well, he was trying to hit Abe Lopez under the basket, but knocked it away. Lander leading 3-2. We've almost played the first half of the first quarter. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Padilla in the backcourt. Hands it off to Lundberg. Back to Padilla in the forecourt in the right corner. There's Anderson from the corner. Shot's not good. Rebounded by Lopez for Lander. Abe brings it down into the forecourt pretty fast. He's going to go all the way, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, and we're going to have a player control foul on Abe Lopez. That's his first, and the team's first. So Lovell will take it out. Coming in now is Bennett Washburn. Bartoni is going out, and on the other side, coming into the game is Owen Walker. And Walker is going to replace Oz MacArthur.
And Carter Lundberg took a break, too. I didn't see who else came in. Oh, TJ Sheeler.
Sheeler is. Okay, here's Padilla. Padilla across the timeline at the free throw line, and they lose the ball out of bounds. Turnover Lovell just a little bit too fast on that drive.
And if he had just taken that 3, he got the ball with no one in front of him. He should have taken the 3, even if that's not his forte. But instead, he tried to drive the baseline.
4 minutes to go, first half. Lander leading 3-2 over the Lovell Bulldogs. Here's Washburn on the left wing, across to Lopez, across the key. Lopez in the corners. Stauffenberg fakes the shot up to Washburn. Back to Lopez. He drives in the lane, kicks it out to
McClung.
Tyson McClung. I'm not used to calling his name.
He's been out for so long.
Yeah, he gets a 3, and it's a 6-2. Anderson down court to Crosby. He puts it up and good. And it is now 6-4 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Lopez on the far side outside, on top to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg tries to drive the lane, blocked out. Over to McClung. McClung back to Stauffenberg and around over to Lopez. Lopez drives, puts the shot up off the glass. No, not good. Rebounded underneath the basket by Owen Walker, who will bring it down court to Padilla. Padilla down at the baseline, can't shoot. Underneath, there's a shot up and good by Walker, and we are tied at 6. Long pass down court is knocked out of bounds by Lovell. And now we have substitutions for Lander. Talon Wayland is coming in the game, and also Parker Sixby coming in.
Yeah, Talon. Go ahead.
I was going to say taking a rest is, well, we'll get to that here in a minute. I was looking at him just a second ago, and here's Wayland on top of the key to McClung. McClung on the circle, fires a 3. It's not good. Rebounded down there by Owen Walker. Walker in the corner. Back to Walker in the corner. There's a long shot for 3. That's good by T.J. Sheeler, who just came in, and Lovell now has their first lead, 9-6 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's McClung on top to Washburn. Washburn dribbles the ball over to Stauffenberg, who fires a shot up, off, not good. Rebounded underneath the basket by Jared Mangus. Mangus, who was just in the game at the last timeout, to Lundberg. Back over to Mangus on the left side outside, across the key, and they throw it away. Second turnover on the Lovell Bulldogs.
Yeah, Lovell, a little bit of sloppy passing here to begin, but it's also a lot of defensive pressure given off by different players. Some players are thinking that they're being covered by one player, and they'll do a nice switch, and then next thing you know, they're being covered by a much bigger Lander Tiger.
Bartoni comes into the game to replace McClung, and we have a substitution coming out of the game is Parker Anderson. And let's see who came in to replace him.
Number 5.
Number 5 came in. That's Jared Mangus. So here is the Tigers. Wayland on top. Moves it over across the key. Now across to Sixby for 3. In and out. Not good. Rebound by the big tall guy, Owen Walker. Down court it goes to the Lovell Bulldogs. There's a shot in the corner. They don't take the basket, though. That was wide open for a second. Now with the ball is Crosby. Near side comes over to Mangus. Mangus around the horn to Lundberg. Now back to Mangus. He drives the baseline, throws it up, and a player control foul on Mangus. Yeah, he just charged into the lane. Tigers took the charge, trailing by 3 points. It's 9-6. Minute 18 to go, first period of play. Stauffenberg will walk it into the forecourt. It's over on the far side to Wayland. Now to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg moves to his right. Off to he goes off to Caleb Bartoni. Name has slipped me there for a second. Stauffenberg knocks it out of bounds and goes 4 rows up the bleachers.
Yeah, he looked like he was going up to sit with the fans.
Lovell will take the ball out after a substitution.
Here's the hair.
Yeah, Blake Wilson. We've talked about his hair every game, starting at the Douglas tournament.
We talked to him about his hair out at the parking lot last time we saw him.
Yep.
Looks like he's got almost looks like a dog head on top of him. One of those shaggy dogs just sitting underneath him.
There's Marcus on top to Lundberg. Around the key it goes to Sheeler. Back out on top to Lundberg. Lundberg can't shoot, guarded by Sixby. Near side to Mangus. Mangus back over on the opposite side to Sheeler. In the corner it goes to Wilson. Now underneath the basket. Turnaround jumper is not good. Rebounded by Washburn. Nice rebound there by Bennett. His first one of the games. Stauffenberg off to Washburn to Bartoni. Bartoni in the corner to Whalen. Whalen at the free throw line, hands it over to Sixby. He's got a lane.
Nice pass.
Underneath to Washburn, but the ball gets away. Whistle, and it's going to be Lander's ball.
Yeah, it was a good pass by Sixby. But as soon as the bounce pass got into the hands of Washburn, he couldn't control it, and it landed in the hands of Lovell, and then they just bounced it out of bounds. 17.4 seconds to go, 3-point lead for Lovell.
Callan Whalen brings the ball into Stauffenberg on the left side outside. Stauffenberg over to Bartoni. Bartoni far side Sixby. Sixby with the ball on top to Bartoni. 7 seconds to go. Over to Stauffenberg. He launches a three. It's good! Brendan Stauffenberg with his second three of the game, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. And Shawn, we're all tied up at 9.
Yes, we are. We'll be back on 93.1 KFCW right after this.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Well, we have 8 minutes to go here until halftime as we start the second quarter. Lander will have the ball. Abe Lopez to take it out. There's the play in to Kyson McClung, who will bring it into the forecourt on the left wing. On top, Bartoni over to Lopez. Lopez, right side outside to Bartoni. Now to Sixby. Sixby tries to penetrate, can't do it. Bounce pass back to Bartoni on top of the key. Over to Lincoln. Lincoln with the ball, loses it. Parker, Sixby picks it up in the corner. Abe Lopez for three, it's good. Abe Lopez finally hits the three from outside, and Lander now leads 12-10. Padilla with the ball, down to Lundberg for Lovell. In the corner it goes, driving the baseline, shots up and blocked. Nice block by Bartoni. Lundberg couldn't get it, ball knocked into Padilla's hand. His running one-hander is good. Joel Padilla gets a two, and it's 11-12, Lander by 1. On top, Bartoni gives it off to Lopez. Lopez just outside the arc. Now in the lane, does a fancy shot off. Not good. Last touch by Lovell.
I think it should be mentioned here that the only points for Lander in the first quarter were all threes. 2 by Stauffenberg, 1 by Kaysen McClung. Now 1 by Abe Lopez. They're just shooting threes tonight.
Well, here's the inbounds pass to Lincoln. Lincoln in the lane, puts up a soft one, not good from 5 feet. Rebounded by the Tigers. It's on the floor, picked up by Lincoln.
Good hustle play.
Not good, and he is fouled.
Good hustle play by Lincoln and Bartoni, who went to grab that rebound and landed on the floor. Foul on 13.
That is Davin Crosby, his second. And now Braden Lincoln going to the free throw line for the Tigers. His first free throw. The Tigers' first free throw, and it's too strong. Not good. Bounces off to the right side. 6:49 to go until halftime. Lander by 1 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. And Lincoln toes the line for his second shot, and it's short.
Too long on one, too short on the other.
Yeah, well, next time he'll hit it right in the middle. All right, here's Padilla. Padilla, long pass down court to Lundberg for three. It's off the iron, not good. Rebounded by Lincoln. He gives it off to McClung, who will bring it into the forecourt on the right wing. McClung on top to Bartoni, around to Lopez. On top to McClung. Now back over to Bartoni. Dribbles behind his back, almost loses it. Lincoln has it now. Cross court to Sixby for three. It's just a little bit long. Not good. Padilla comes up with the rebound at the 6:15 mark for the Bulldogs. Padilla brings it into the forecourt. He's on the left side all the way inside the lane. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Tigers. Turnover by the Lovell Bulldogs, their third. Here's Lopez. Lopez in the lane. Can't shoot. Lost the basketball. Now
what a block.
Blocked. Nice block that time by Walker. All the way down. Padilla is fouled as he goes to the basket.
Boy, if they call that on Bartoni, that's an insane foul. Bartoni, it is.
Yeah.
Bartoni had his back turned to Padilla and just literally was waiting for Padilla to jump over him and instead somehow gets a foul.
5:52 to go until halftime. Lander by 1, and at the line is Padilla. Joel Padilla has 2 points. His first free throw attempt is not good. Went in and out.
That touched every part of the rim you could touch.
Coming back into the game is Blake Wilson, and coming out is Davin Crosby. Lopez comes out for the Tigers, and Stauffenberg back in for Lander. And the second shot by Padilla coming up here. And this one also not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Parker Sixby comes up with it. Behind his back pass over to Stauffenberg, to Bartoni, to McClung. Stauffenberg on top of the key. Tries to drive in, fires it across to Sixby at the baseline. Sixby cannot. Oh, he lost the ball off his hip and out of bounds. It'll be Lovell's ball. No one scored here for a minute or so.
Coach Mullen saying, "What's your job? Shoot."
Shoot. That's to Parker Sixby. Long pass down court. Lundberg at the free throw line. Turns around, can't penetrate, comes back outside. Across the key it goes now to Parker Anderson. Back to Lundberg on the right side to Padilla. Around the horn. Now in the corner on the far side. Losing the ball out of bounds. And they say it was touched last by McClung, or do we have a foul on McClung?
Boy, this has been a scoreless couple minutes here. It's been 12-11 since that 1-3 by Abe.
Yeah, the last points were scored by Lovell. There's the inbounds pass to Walker. He can't shoot on top of the key to Padilla. Joel Padilla brings it down, can't penetrate. There's a long shot for three that's nothing but net by Parker Anderson, and it's now a 2-point lead by the Lovell Bulldogs. Down court, Bartoni to McClung, to Stauffenberg, who will try to answer. It's not good. He's knocked to the ground. No whistle. Rebound by Sixby underneath Bartoni. Turnaround jumper. Oh, too strong. He gets his own rebound. Puts it up off the glass and in.
That's what Bartoni does so well. He gets those offensive rebounds that no one else even tries to get. He's got some hops.
And now here's Padilla all the way down. His layup is not good. Missed. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Brennan brings it across the timeline to Bartoni. In the corner, Lincoln. Lincoln makes a drive underneath the basket, and it goes out of bounds. Well, he tried a bounce pass over to McClung, but it bounced out of bounds. Talon Whalen coming in now for Braden Lincoln. Lovell will have it in the backcourt. 4.5 minutes to go, round 2, and we are all tied up at 14. Anderson off to Lundberg, back to Anderson, into the forecourt, almost stolen by Bartoni. There's Walker. Walker has it, back to Padilla, around the horn. Lundberg has it. Now he bounces it around, top of the key, in the middle to Walker. Walker can't shoot, now it's over to Anderson for three. He gets it.
Boy, this game is all threes.
His second three of the game, 4 minutes to go. 17-14 Lovell. Here's Kyson McClung on the right side outside to Stauffenberg, right back to McClung. McClung with the ball just below the timeline. Hands it off to Bartoni. On near side, Stauffenberg. He can't shoot the three. He tried. Penetrates, puts up a shot off the glass. No, not good. Two players on the floor. Walker recovers for Lovell. He loses the ball out of bounds. A turnover by the Bulldogs. And now we have Washburn and Lopez coming back into the game for Bartoni and Sixby. So the Tigers will have it in the backcourt. 3:34 to go. Lander trails Lovell 17-13 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here comes McClung. McClung, who missed most of the season with a broken arm, came back 3 games ago. Here's Lopez. Lopez drives the baseline, underneath in the paint, off the glass and in for two.
What
for
patience.
Abe Lopez.
What patience by Abe Lopez there.
1 point lead now by Lovell. Walker down court to Anderson. Anderson in the lane, blocked. He gets his own rebound though and scores the putback. And it's 19-16 Lovell, 3 minutes to go, first period. Here's Lopez whistle, and we've got a player control foul, the second one of the game against Abe Lopez.
Well, he's usually due for about 1 or 2 of those the way he plays. He drives physically. He's known for his physicality. I mean, that's all he does outside of shooting those really nice-looking threes. He drives into the paint, and he does not take any prisoners.
Whalen comes in for Lopez. Tigers putting on some full court pressure, and there's a foul on Lincoln. Trying to get the ball, he lost his balance. First foul on Lincoln.
He got an elbow to the chin, too.
Yeah, he's still rubbing his whiskers there in his ear.
Ooh, he might be in some actual pain here.
2:51 to go. Lovell in the backcourt. Inbounds to Padilla. Down court to TJ Sheeler, who's just into the game. Ball knocked away by Lincoln, and we have a jump ball. Held ball. And it will go to Lovell.
I love the way that Lincoln plays. He's never afraid to get in between a player and the ball. But my goodness, he doesn't go to the weight room very often, so he just got thrown like a rag doll on the ground, and now he's still holding that jaw. He might actually be in some serious pain. He looks like he's about to start crying.
Yeah, the Crosby and Parker Anderson back into the game. In the middle, underneath is Crosby. Crosby from the free throw line hits. Crosby gets his 6th point of the game, and it's 21-16 Lovell. Here's McClung in the corner to Whalen. Whalen on top, Stauffenberg back over to McClung. McClung kind of drives, dribbles behind his back, can't find anyone to shoot. Gives it to Lincoln. Lincoln's shot is up and in and out, not good. Rebound goes to Padilla for Lovell. Lovell, Padilla comes all the way down the court, hands it off to Anderson. Now on top, Lundberg, back to Padilla. Padilla on the right wing, in the middle it goes to Crosby. Crosby, fell down on the players. A long three that goes up by Anderson. Oh my goodness. And now that's his 3rd three of the game. It's 24-16, an 8-point lead, and we have a whistle.
Oh, the baby.
A child runs out on the floor.
It's the same baby as earlier. I told you it was going to happen.
Yep. Well, the officials were really on top of that. That could have really been bad news. So the Tigers trailing by 8, minute 48 to go. Inbounds to Stauffenberg. See if the Tigers can get some points this time. Off to McClung on the right wing. To Stauffenberg for 3. It's in and out. Not good. Going high for the rebound is Lundberg. Off to Padilla. Padilla almost falls down on the play. He does fall down, but he gets it over to Lundberg. Back over to Padilla, who got back up. In the middle, it goes to Crosby. In the corner, Anderson for 3. No, yes.
No, my goodness. That bounced all over the iron, and now Stuart Mullins calls a timeout.
27-16. Lander trails by 11.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Thank you.
Washburn will take it in for the Tigers. He's standing out and is going to throw it in to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg with the basketball brings it down now. Across the timeline to Washburn, over to Bartoni. Bartoni at the free throw line off the Whalen. Whalen to Lincoln. Lincoln in the lane, kicks it back outside to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg drives the paint underneath Washburn, and a travel is called.
No, player control foul on Brennan Stauffenberg.
Player control? I didn't see the signal. Now there it is.
Yep, Stauffenberg.
His first foul of the afternoon, and for the Tigers, that's foul number 6. Lovell has 14 fouls. So here now is Padilla, brings it over to Lundberg. Lundberg across the timeline on the left-hand wing, on top to Padilla. Padilla now backs up just underneath the timeline. Bartoni picks him up and loses the basketball, but it's touched by Bartoni, so not over and back. Padilla, long jump shot, up, not good. Washburn gets the rebound for the Tigers. Quickly off to Brennan Stauffenberg. Tigers come down the floor. 29 seconds to go here until halftime. Stauffenberg has it right now underneath the basket to Lincoln. It gets away, and he is fouled.
Yeah,
Lincoln is fouled.
He put his hands up in the air to try and get Brennan's attention, and everyone in the blue jersey swarmed to him as soon as he did that.
Parker Anderson gets credit for the foul. The team is 5th, and Lander will have it out underneath the Lovell basket. 22 seconds to go. Tigers trail by 11. Kind of surprising score here.
Very surprising. It all started with the threes, and that's what they're living and dying by right now.
Stauffenberg in the corner after the inbounds pass on top to Whalen. 15 seconds to go. Bartoni has it now on top to Stauffenberg. 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
He's trying to direct traffic.
Stauffenberg over to Whalen. Whalen on the left-hand wing, throws it on top. We've got 1 second to go. There's a running one-hander, not good. And the quarter ends, and Lander trails. It's the Lovell Bulldogs 27, the Lander Tigers 16.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
And it's time for our halftime show, brought to you by Central Wyoming College. Go to cwc.edu to learn about their Bachelor of Applied Science degree programs. You can get your BAS degree from home. Go to cwc.edu. Central Wyoming College. Yeah, get out there. 7:55 to go here in halftime. That's kind of surprising halftime score, Shawn.
Yeah, we said at the beginning of the game, Lovell's got a lot to play for. Not only, losing Sam Smith and wanting to do well for their sports reporter that passed away, but also this is a revenge game for them. Think about it. Just 3 weeks ago, they had a chance to win at home against Lander, and instead Lander turned it on in overtime. Now, look at how they're coming out and playing. They're playing fast pace. They're not relying on the three like Lander is. They're getting underneath. They're getting the fouls they want. And for the most part, other than some free throws, they're doing pretty well.
14 points by Parker Anderson in that second period of play. Boy, he came out and was just ripping the cords with those threes from outside.
Yeah, and I think he and Lander both in that first quarter and second quarter were trying to go back-to-back shot for shot from outside the key, and the only one that kept hitting them was Parker Anderson and Lovell, and now that has really helped them grow this lead. And honestly, Lander's lucky it's only 11, if we're being honest.
Brennan Stauffenberg leading the Tigers with 6 points. Abe Lopez has 5. Each have a 3. Lopez has a field goal to go along with his. 3 points by Kyson McClung and 2 points by Caleb Bartoni. Tigers have only taken 2 free throws, and they've missed them both. On the other side, 14 points by Parker Anderson, 6 points by Davin Crosby, all on field goals. Then we have 3 points by TJ Sheeler on a tray, 2 points by Joel Padilla, and 2 points by Owen Walker. Pretty balanced scoring there on the Lovell side, and only 4 players in the book for the Tigers.
Yeah, and that was going to be one of our keys to the game, is that Lander needed to get more than just Brennan and Abe Lopez invested in this game and invested in scoring, because even though both Brennan and Abe are excellent shooters, excellent drivers, excellent finishers, you cannot put the entire regional tournament on those 2 shoulders. You have to have someone like Kaysen McClung. You have to have someone like Parker Sixby. You have to have someone like Caleb Bartoni and Bennett Washburn really, really get underneath the basket and get invested in this point scoring. Otherwise, they're just going to hone in on Abe and Brennan whenever on the court and they have the ball, and you're just going to have to face an uphill battle the rest of the game. If they can get someone else to even start scoring very well and consistently, Lander can make this comeback look easy. But right now, they're just relying too much on Brennan and Abe.
And we'll be back with more of the CWC halftime show after this.
Spaces to the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Welcome back to halftime here at Mountain View. Lander down 11 to Lovell, and we have some scores from the 2A state tournament, as nobody from Fremont County has won today. The Shoshone girls lost to Lingle. The Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs lost 73-70 in a really tight game against, who were they playing? They were playing Tongue River, thank you. Burns knocked out the number 1 seed Rocky Mountain, the team that beat Wyoming Indian in the 2A West Regionals last week. Riverton out in the 4A Regional. The boys beat Green River. The girls lost to Green River. And the Shoshone boys also lost to Tongue River, and they play at noon tomorrow. They had a big loss, 83-54, after doing so well last weekend, getting to the regional championship. And my goodness, and hey, just bringing it back to this game, Braden Lincoln still pointing at his jaw, looks to be in a lot of pain. Something wrong, definitely, with the left side of his jaw. Hopefully it's not broken or anything like that.
Or cracked or whatever.
Or cracked, yeah.
He took a big elbow to the face.
He did. I was in karate growing up, and I took a heel to the face and cracked my jaw on the left side. It is not easy to repair that. You have to basically stop talking for a couple months. It's not easy.
Well, we talked with a couple Lander fans, one of whom was the mother of one of our Lander Lady Tigers assistant basketball coaches, and they said they'd be listening tonight, and we hope they made it back to Big Piney safely.
Yes, we do. I can't remember their names, but they were two women named after men because their dad wanted boys. So
that's right.
I kind of know how that feels. So.
All right, well, we'll be back with our second half after we take this timeout.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Frustrating. My car's check engine light came on and they can't take it in till next week. And then Max, our Rottweiler, chewed up my glasses and I'm going to have to wait at least a week to get another pair. It seems you have to wait for everything important.
I know the feeling. Some things seem to take forever to get done.
Forgot to ask, how's your day?
I had to take my daughter into the clinic to have her arm looked at.
Let me guess. You had to wait to get an appointment. What was it, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Same day.
What? Same day?
We go to Hot Springs Health. They offer same-day appointments at all their clinics. Riverton, Shoshone, Thermopolis, Worland, and Basin. You just call the clinic and you have an appointment in a matter of minutes. It's easy and so convenient.
Wow, so Hot Springs Health actually values our time? Thanks for the advice. Now if I could only get a same-day appointment for Max. He hasn't been the same since he ate my glasses. He keeps running around and making a spectacle of himself.
For more information or directions, please visit hotspringshealth.com, your hub of healthcare in the Basin.
Ernie over and Shawn O'Brate back with you at Mountain View High School, where the Tigers find themselves down by 11 at halftime to the Lovell Bulldogs, and we're getting ready for the second half of play, and let's see what the Tigers come out offensively like.
Yeah, before we get ready with the third quarter, I think Ernie was about to say it, but Lander girls lost this morning to Powell. You can go watch the stream on our Wild Today YouTube page, but they do play Worland, the Lady Warriors, tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yeah, Lander gets another early morning game. Tigers have the ball now as play starts in the second half. On the near side, Abe Lopez on top to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg drives the paint, fires one from 10, no good. Rebounded by Bartoni, and he's knocked to the ground. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson brings it all the way down, and with the ball now is Crosby. His shot's up, not good. Rebound by Stauffenberg. Long pass down court to Bartoni in the lane for two, and it rolls in and out. And a foul is going to be called on Abe Lopez underneath the basket.
Bartoni's been limping since he fell to the ground on that rebound. Foul on 24 on the push, and Bartoni's really limping. This is no easy ankle fix right now.
Third personal foul on Abe Lopez, and Stu Mullins just asked him if he's okay, and he got a thumbs up, but we'll see how that goes. Here's Padilla on the far side, right side, on top to Lundberg for the Lovell Bulldogs. Lundberg looking, has the ball knocked away from him by Lincoln. Lincoln really playing sticky defense, hands off to Anderson. Anderson now on top of the key, looking for Padilla on the right side outside. Padilla slows it down. Halfway between the two lines in the corner goes to Lundberg. Lundberg ball high over his head, makes a move to the left, and we have a player control foul on Lundberg.
No, I think it's a moving screen on 4.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, it is.
That moving screen knocked Braden Lincoln to the ground.
Oz MacArthur picks up first foul. One foul each on both teams as the Tigers come down, moving left to right on the floor here in the dome at Mountain View. Here is McClung off to Lopez. Lopez in the middle of the lane, stops underneath to Bartoni, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. Nice drive by Bartoni and a nice feed from Abe Lopez.
That was actually a pretty nice clean block on the ball. He just pushed him with his body to get that clean block. That's how the foul came out.
Parker Anderson with his third foul of the game, and Bartoni to the line for the Tigers. He has 2 points in the game, now 3.
Boy, if there's one player that Lander's happy about having foul trouble, it's Parker Anderson, the guy with 14 points.
Yeah, exactly, and 4 threes.
He just sat down and got replaced by, it looked like number 13, or number 10, Sheeler.
Yeah, that's Sheeler's. Next shot is up and good. So Bartoni gets both of the free throws, and it's a 9-point game now, 27-18. Tigers slowly trying to claw back into this game. Here's Padilla. Padilla on top of the key, hands it off to Sheeler, to Lundberg. Lundberg on the right side outside, goes back to Crosby. Crosby in the corner. There's a shot over here. Padilla on the near side. Ball gets away from him. He fires it up on top. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Lovell Bulldogs. Here's Padilla at the lane underneath the basket. Stolen away by the Tigers. Bartoni.
Oh, and then stolen away by Padilla.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we
nice
have
timeout.
Lander's ball, a timeout by Stu Mullins.
No, it was a timeout by Lovell, I thought.
No, I thought they were trying to call a timeout. No timeout called. So here's Stauffenberg now. 6 minutes to go, third period. Lander down by 9. Stauffenberg all the way in the corner to Lincoln. To McClung. His shot is up, off, not good. And rebounded by Padilla. Long pass down court to Lundberg just outside the arc. Lundberg tosses it around on the far side. Sheeler for 3. It goes over the backboard. It'll be Lander's ball. Coming back into the contest now is Owen Walker. And coming out of the contest, Oz MacArthur.
Casey McClung has yet to really find that stroke that he had at the beginning of the season before he broke his arm. He has not really done a whole lot offensively the last 2 weeks.
Stauffenberg on top of the key, takes a shot from 10. It's too long. Rebound by Bartoni. Back out to Stauffenberg for 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Lincoln. Lincoln is hammered on the baseline, and it'll go to Lander. Last touch by Lovell.
Boy, great offensive rebounding. Caleb Bartoni should get a rebounding award made in his honor in this Lander team. He does more rebounding than anybody I think I've seen all season long.
McClung has it on top of the arc now, just underneath the timeline. Left-hand side to Stauffenberg and back to Kyson. Back over in the far side. There's a long shot up, not good, by Lopez underneath to Lincoln. Lincoln kicks it out to Lopez on top to McClung. Ball almost got away. Stauffenberg from the free throw line hits for 2. Well, that breaks the ice for Lander, and it's now a 7-point game. 27-20. Tigers on a mini run. Lundberg all the way down, loses the ball.
Stepped
and
out.
He stepped out of bounds. Turnover number 5 on the Lovell Bulldogs. We have a whistle and a timeout called by Lovell. We'll be back right after this.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Lander trailing 27-20. The Tigers will have the basketball, and Lovell's coach Shane Dirch just called a timeout to try to stop the Lander offensive move. Tigers have scored 4 unopposed in the third period here. McClung will,
Bartoni.
Taking it out is Caleb Bartoni into Brennan Stauffenberg, who will bring it into the forecourt. On the right-hand wing, moves to the left now to McClung. McClung at the free throw line, kicks it back to Lincoln. Lincoln over to Lopez. Lopez in the middle of the lane, can't shoot, lost the ball. Turnover by the Lander Tigers. Down court on the far side, Padilla shoots it over. There's a shot up by Sheeler. No, not good. Rebounded by Bartoni. Another great rebound by Caleb. And there's a bad pass.
And now the foul.
Now the foul is called.
And they're going to call that on Bartoni.
They're going to call it on Bartoni, and he got slammed, and the Lovell player is down on the floor.
So since you guys can't see what we're seeing, McClung got a long pass, and number 2, Padilla, knocked him to the ground to get the ball out of the air. No call there. And then as he's running, he runs right into Bartoni, who's just standing there. Bartoni gets the call.
Here's Lundberg on the inbounds play by the Bulldogs. Lundberg fighting to get the ball away, does it over on the far side to Sheeler. Sheeler on top to Padilla. Padilla Near side, underneath the basket. There's a turnaround jumper by Weber, not good. Tip is not good, and another foul on Bartoni on the rebound.
That's Bartoni's third, and now Washburn has to come in for him.
So Bennett Washburn coming into the game for the Tigers. Going to the free throw line is Owen Walker, who scored a field goal in the first period. This is his first free throw attempt. It's not good, too strong. Also coming in is Talon Whalen. Coming out is McClung and Bartoni.
McClung's just been ice cold today. They need someone to get some life into this team other than Brennan Stauffenberg.
Owen Walker shoots and hits. It's an 8-point lead now by Lovell, 28-20. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Here's Washburn on the right side to Sixby. Over to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg, far side to Lincoln. Lincoln in the middle of the lane, kicks it over to Whalen. Whalen over to Stauffenberg, outside on the left side. Stauffenberg in the lane, off the glass, it rolls off. Washburn with the rebound and 2 and 1. Well, that's why Bennett's in the game.
Foul on number 10.
Yeah, that is T.J. Sheeler, his first. And Washburn will go for the old-fashioned 2-point play, his first points of the game. And it's 28-22, 6-point lead now by Lovell. Tigers getting a little closer. Free throw is not good. Rebound by Sixby, who tries to knock it off of a Lovell player, and instead it goes off of Lander, and so Lovell will have the ball in the backcourt.
Sixby is continually surprised by the calls going against him right now.
Inbounds pass to Lundberg in the backcourt, guarded by Lincoln. Lundberg brings it down now into the forecourt on the far side. He's going to go coast to coast, lays it up and one. Well, that was a great drive by Lundberg. That's his first points in the game. And the Tigers draw a foul. That was Talon Whalen. And at the line for the three-point play is Carter Lundberg. 30-22, an 8-point lead. Shots up and good. Rolled around for a few minutes. So back up to 9-point lead. Here's Stauffenberg for the Tigers. Brings it into the forecourt over to Sixby. Sixby on the right wing. Throws it back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg in the lane, drives, puts the shot up. He hits the ground. No whistle, and it'll go to Lovell on the outside.
Coach Mullins asking the same question we are. How is it that 2 blue jerseys knock someone to the ground on a shot and there's no foul called?
Well, the official just shakes his head. Yeah, I hear you. Here's the inbounds pass to Sheeler. Over to Padilla. Almost lost the ball. Padilla across the timeline now. 2:51 to go in the third. Padilla underneath the basket loses it. Lincoln had a shot at it, but it's picked up by Walker to Lundberg. In the corner, Padilla for 3.
And a timeout by Lovell of all teams after they get the momentum. And they're up 12 with 2:38 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back on 93.1 KFCW.
When you think about wellness, do you think about long walks, nutrition, having a personal trainer? No matter what your idea of wellness looks like, you can find yourself at Gotchi Gym. Their 1,900 square foot facility makes them one of the largest gyms open to the public in Wyoming. Be the best version of yourself with state-of-the-art equipment from senior to strongman. Take advantage of having a bistro on site as well as a certified NASM personal trainer. Take the first step in reaching your goals. Gotchi Gym. Gotchi Rehabilitation is always looking for new team members. See more at gotchi.org.
2:38 to go in period 3. Tigers are down by the largest amount tonight, 12 points. Stu Mullins during that timeout went all the way out on the court to talk to the official, who just walked away from him. 2:33 to go. Here's Stauffenberg on top to Whalen. Back to Stauffenberg on the right wing. In the corner, Sixby for 3. It's an air ball. Not good. Ball's on the ground. We have a held ball. And the possession arrow goes to the Lovell Bulldogs. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. 2:22 to go here, period 3. Lander with 22 and Lovell with 34. 12-point lead by the Bulldogs. Last time these two teams played, it went into overtime in Lovell. Here's Sheeler. Sheeler to Walker. Over to Padilla. Padilla on the right-hand wing, drives the baseline, puts it up, and it rolls off. Not good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. Brennan brings it down quickly. On top of the key, stops just outside the arc. Bounce pass over to Sixby. In the corner, Talon Whalen. Back to Sixby on the left side. Now to Stauffenberg. Back over to Sixby. Outside the arc, back to Stauffenberg for three. It's short, not good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll be Lovell's ball.
No, they're saying Lander's ball, and now they switch it. Now they say it's Lovell's ball.
One official said Lander, the other one said Lovell, and then the other official changed his mind.
Dude, Coach Mullins, I'm not joking. This might be the most angry I've seen him in weeks.
Inbounds pass, Padilla to Walker. Walker with the ball. Whistle, stepped out on the out-of-bounds line. 6 turnover by the Lovell Bulldogs. Lander has 4 turnovers. Minute 40 to go in the third. 12-point lead by the Lovell Bulldogs. Tigers have got to start getting something going here. Here's Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg all the way down in the corner, 6-speed to Whalen. Back to Stauffenberg. To Whalen on top of the key. Whalen back over to Stauffenberg on the left-hand side. Over to Whalen. Whalen for 3. It's good! Nice shot by Talon Whalen, his first 3, and it's a 9-point lead. On the other end, shot's not good, rebounded by Stauffenberg. Long outlet pass to Whalen. Whalen back to Stauffenberg on the left-hand wing. Stauffenberg drives the lane, lays it up and in, one.
Much
Great
needed.
Drive by Brennan.
He's not getting up though, his back. Oh, he hit that pole. He hit that pole that holds up the back, the basketball goal.
Yeah, he's up now. He was helped up.
Yeah,
doesn't look very happy about it though, does
his whole body hit that padding on the back of the pole, and he's squatting. He's in so much pain.
Personal foul was called against Owen Walker, his first, and Stauffenberg trying to shake it off will get a free throw here. Brennan hasn't been to the free throw line yet. He's got 10 points in the game. First Tiger in double figures. Minute 3 to go. Shot's not good. Lincoln goes for the rebound, but it's knocked away from him. Picked up by Walker. Walker down court to Padilla. Padilla on top of the arc, gives it over to Walker. Walker with the ball to Lundberg. Lundberg on top of the key, Sheeler. Sheeler back to Walker. Walker looking maybe for the last shot here. Here we go. Sheeler with it on the right side outside in the corner to Walker. Walker moves it across the timeline. Bounce pass on court to Lundberg. 32 seconds to go here in the period to Padilla. Well, they're looking for a good shot here. Here's TJ Sheeler just bouncing it across the circle. Whistle, timeout called with 21 seconds to go by Shane Dirch. And we'll be back with the final 21 seconds of the third after this.
From the field to the court to the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Welcome back, 34-27. I had a good question by our counterpart here from Mountain View, the broadcaster. He goes, where's Abe Lopez? He destroyed us. Why is he not even on the court? And those 2 fouls for Abe Lopez, 3 fouls, that says one thing, but also the fact that he comes in and he immediately gets points, you might take the fouls at this point if you're down by 7.
Inbounds pass goes to Padilla over to Anderson, who's re-entered the game. He's got 14 points. Padilla now on the right-hand wing, drives the baseline, puts it up. No, not good. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Lovell. And that went out by Owen Weber. Tigers have it, looking at half-court pressure. Here's Stauffenberg, brings it down 1 second. Shots off, not good, and Stauffenberg hits the ground again.
He was looking for a foul. I think that was the whole point of that. And you've got a lot of Lander fans angry at these refs right now.
Well,
rightfully so.
Third period score, Lander 27, Lovell 34. Back with the final 8 minutes after this.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Ernie over and Shawn back. The Tigers outscored the Lovell Bulldogs 11-7 in that third period of play, and they trail by 7 points, 34-27. Lander trying to claw back into this game. They've trailed almost the entire way. Here's Washburn over to Parker Sixby on top. Stauffenberg
Moving
whistle,
foul.
and we have a moving pick. And it's going to go against 15. That's
Washburn.
Bennett Washburn, his first, gets the ball.
Nice sell by the Lovell player. He hit the ground harder than I think he really would have if he had just gotten hit by Washburn.
Yeah, Stu Mullins is not a happy camper in front of the Lander bench right now. Here's Padilla. Padilla on the outside. Underneath it goes. Ball's lost out of bounds, and it'll be, they say it was last touched by Washburn. Well, the ball was headed to Owen Weber, and I thought he knocked it out, but they say it was Washburn. So Lovell has the inbounds pass, comes into Jared Mangus, who we haven't seen for a while,
and
a foul on Washburn underneath the basket.
It's a good thing our mics can't pick up what Coach Mullins is saying. I'm pretty sure some words that couldn't be said on air were said.
Second personal foul on Bennett Washburn. And the inbounds pass, long inbounds pass to Mangus in the corner to Anderson. Player control foul against the Lovell Bulldogs. Crosby, that's his third. That'll give the ball to the Tigers with 7:30 to go in the game, trailing by 7. Here comes Stauffenberg down the court for Lander. Behind his back pass to Talon Whalen. Whalen now to Sixby. Sixby across to Lincoln. Lincoln loses the handle but picks it right back up. Lincoln over to Stauffenberg outside the arc. Drives in the lane. Stauffenberg from 7. No, not good. Washburn with the rebound. No good. Stauffenberg and 1. Stauffenberg gets the rebound and he's fouled on the way in. And it's going to go against the tall dude, Owen Weber. Second personal on Weber. Stauffenberg now to the free throw line. He's 0 for 1 so far, and it's a 5-point game. He's 0 for 2. Lovell gets the rebound. Mangus has it. Mangus brings it into the forecourt over to Padilla. Padilla now to Crosby. Crosby to Anderson. He gives Stauffenberg the shoulder. Back over to Crosby. 6:50 to go in the game. Underneath Mangus, his shot is up off the glass and in. Jared Mangus with his first 2 points of the game, 36-29, 6:40 to go. Here comes Stauffenberg down court to Parker Sixby. Sixby in the middle of the lane, kicks it out to Lincoln. Now over to Whalen. Whalen at the baseline, almost lost the handle on it. Gets it right back in the corner, Lincoln. Lincoln backs his way into the lane, then kicks it over to Whalen. Whalen on the outside to Stauffenberg on top of the key. Brennan in the middle of the lane, 360, shoots and hits.
Got a timeout
called by Stu Mullins right away. A 5-point game now. That was a beautiful play by Stauffenberg. He did a 360 in the paint and fired one off from 5 and got it, 36-31.
Heinz General Store has been the grocery store of choice for the Fort Washakie area since 1945.
For this week's special, see their website at HeinzGeneralStore.net. And for convenient shopping this winter, click on Heinz Online. Download the app and shop in the comfort of home. Schedule a convenient pickup time, and the team at Heinz General Store will do the rest. Heinz General Store is a proud sponsor of Wyoming Indian basketball. Let's go, Chiefs!
And yeah, let's go Chiefs. The Lady Chiefs lost today, 73-70. They are not going to win a state tournament or a state championship for the second straight year. They still have third place on their minds, though. They won third last year. But back to this game, and with the call, Ernie over.
6:12 to go in the final period. Lander leads trails by 5 points. Lovell brings the ball down court. There's Crosby. Crosby in the corner all the way out to the free throw line. Anderson for three. Well, he finally misses one. Rebounded on the far side by Abe Lopez, who just came into the game, to Lincoln. Lincoln from 15 feet. Good! Talon Whelan.
No, that was Braden Lincoln.
That was Braden Lincoln. I'm sorry. Gets the basket. I was practicing Whelan's last name.
Talon is not in the game, but McClung came in with Lopez.
Here comes Mangus all the way down, lays it up and in. His second basket just like that. And we have 4 points underneath the basket. Lopez hits for two, and he answers.
That's what he does. He just drives the baseline, drives the paint, goes up. He doesn't care if he gets contact. 3-point
game now, 38-35. Whistle, and we have a foul on the floor against Lopez. No.
Who's that against?
The foul against?
It's against Washburn. That's his fourth, I think.
His, let's see, where's Washburn at? It's his third.
Oh.
Okay, so it's also the 7th team foul against Lander, and that will put Crosby at the free throw line. He has 6 points. This is his first free throw attempt. 38-35.
Coach Mullins still trying to talk the ref out of a foul. It's already at the free throw line.
Shot is good by Crosby. 39-35, back up to a 4-point lead. 5:15 to go in the game. Tigers are slowly trying to get back in. They trailed by 12. Second shot is up and good. 5-point lead now, 40-35. Here comes Stauffenberg down court, off to Kyson McClung. Underneath it goes, ball stolen away. 5th turnover by the Tigers. Lovell brings it down court. Quickly underneath, Anderson loses the basketball and he's fouled. Or Anderson isn't fouled, Anderson fouls Lincoln. So that is Anderson's 4th.
And that's going to lead to a 7th foul.
No, they called it against Lundberg. He wasn't even near there.
Well, I think Lundberg was running on the sideline, and he ran into Lincoln whenever he stole the ball.
Well, that makes more sense. Lincoln at the free throw line is 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. Under 5 minutes to go now. Shot is good. Nothing but net. So Braden will get one more. That is also the 7th foul on Lovell, and we're in the bonus situation for both teams now. Next shot, Braden's good. Nothing but net. So again, a 3-point game, 40-37. Padilla brings it all the way down the court at the baseline, underneath the basket. Shots up, not good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg, and now he throws it away. Tried to hit McClung on the far side. A long, long pass that went out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Ironic, because Stauffenberg is the quarterback for Lander football, and that was just a little bit too long.
Yeah, and Lundberg now for the Bulldogs will bring it down from the backcourt into the forecourt, and he loses the basketball. Picked up by McClung. We have a jump ball and a held ball, and it's going to go where?
Possession arrow says Lovell.
So Lovell will get the ball. 4.5 minutes to go here, 4:36 to go. Lovell will have it, leading by 3 points. Inbounds pass comes to Padilla. Padilla on the far side, underneath the Mangus, and we have a blocking foul against Stauffenberg. His second.
Stauffenberg hit the ground hard again. He has had a rough night hitting the court, and Coach Mullins can't do anything but hold his head.
Jared Marquez with 4 points at the free throw line, doing the one in bonus. Tiger fans stomping their feet. Shot's good. Well, you got to hit your free throws. Lovell is doing that. 4-point lead now, 41-37. 4:30 to go in this game. First round, West 3A Boys Tournament. Shot's not good. Rebounded by McClung. Off to Brennan Stauffenberg on the left-hand wing. Stauffenberg on top now to McClung. Back to Stauffenberg for three. In and out, not good. Rebounded by Padilla for Lovell. Long outlet pass to Lundberg. Lundberg's got a lane off the glass. No! Rebounded by Lovell. Crosby's shot, not good. Oh, and we have it over the back here.
And they're not going to call the foul. They're just going to call it out of bounds on Lovell.
I think one official did call the foul. Yeah, they did. The one official on the near side called the foul.
13.
That's Crosby. That's 4 on him.
And boy, Coach Dersch trying to beg and plead, making sense of what's happening. Both these coaches a little peeved at the refs, to say the least. And you could say that about any game, but this game in particular has had some very strange calls either way. It is 8-8 foul-wise. Stauffenberg at the line, 4 minutes to go. First one good.
Well, that's his first free throw tonight in 3 attempts. So he's 1 for 3 from the line. Looking for 50%, 2 for 4. 4:07 to go in the game, and this one's good. So he gets them both, and timeout called by Stu Mullins. That's a 2-point game. Lovell 41, Lander 39. Back after this.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Well, we're going to say go Tigers.
Yeah, we have an ad that says go Tigers at the end, and I somehow lost it in the middle of the season. But Papa Murphy's sponsoring our Players of the Game at the end. Also Admiral Beverage with their Gatorades sponsoring our Players of the Game. Can't thank them enough for everything they've done this season. Them and all of our sponsors have gotten us to where we are today, and that is in Mountain View's dome. It's a beautiful dome when you're inside of it. Outside, you might not think it looks like very much, but when you're inside, feels like an old sauna refurbished into like a big basketball court.
Well, Kevin Gerber, our announcer for the Thermopolis Bobcats, said it's very similar to the dome over the teepee hot pools in Thermopolis.
It is. It really is. It feels just like that, yeah.
Here's Lovell now with the inbounds play. 4:07. Ball is inbounded to Padilla. Padilla brings it down quickly, stops 5 feet, 10 feet away. Back out to Padilla now after a shot by Walker underneath the basket. The ball gets away, picked up by Bartoni. Bartoni off to Stauffenberg, who's slapped. No foul there. 3:48 to go. Tigers trail by 2. Here's the pass to McClung. McClung on the right side outside, back to Stauffenberg, opposite side of the court, back to McClung. McClung outside the arc, back over to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg back to McClung now. In the corner, Lopez for 3. It's short, not good. Rebound by Bartoni. His shot is blocked. Blocked by Walker, and Lovell has it. They'll come down now with 3:20 to go in the game and a 2-point lead. Lundberg on top of the key to Anderson. He lays it up and in.
What a move. He put Braden Lincoln on his butt right there with a little crossover.
16 points in the game by Anderson. In the corner, it's Lincoln. Back to Stauffenberg. 43-39. 3 minutes to go in the game. Here's Stauffenberg for 3. It's short. Not good. Rebounded by Lovell's Walker. Tigers are under 3 minutes now, trailing by 4 points.
They took off the full court press. I don't know why.
Yeah, Lovell has the ball. Padilla brings it in across the timeline. The winner plays Worland tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Love to have a second 8:30 game. Here's Padilla. His shot is up, bounces around, not good. Stauffenberg crawls the ladder for the rebound. Tigers down by 4 on offense. Here's Lopez in the corner. Lincoln, shot's not good. Rebound goes to Walker, to Owen Walker for the Bulldogs. They come down, 2:13 to go now. Off to Anderson with 16 points in the game. Anderson in the paint, can't penetrate. Off to Padilla. Padilla on the left-hand side corner. Underneath it goes to Walker in the paint. He can't shoot on the near side. There's an air ball underneath the rebound. Not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Nice rebound by McClung. 1:52 to go. Tigers trail by 4. Here's Stauffenberg. Whistle timeout by Stu Mullins. A tight one. Lander trailing by 4 with 1:47 to go.
Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
Lovell is way under their per-game average in scoring. They average 52 points a game. Lander averages a total of 56 points a game, so both are underneath their scoring. But right now, Lovell has the 4-point advantage. Lander has the basketball. 1:47 to go. Tigers need points on this possession.
They have 4 of their best scorers out there: Lopez, Bartoni, Stauffenberg, and Kaysen.
Here's Lopez with it underneath the basket. Goes back out to Lopez. Lopez underneath the basket for 2 to Bartoni.
What a great pass. He got it right before Lovell would have had a chance at it.
Down court, here's Anderson. Anderson whistle, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Lincoln, and Braden's second personal foul, and that's going to put Lovell at the free throw line. That was Lander's 9th personal foul, and Anderson has not been to the free throw line. He's got 16 points. This will be his first attempt. It's the one in bonus, and it's good. So it goes up to 3 points now, 44-41. Talon Whelan comes into the game.
They have their best 3-point shooters, all of them out there. They need them.
Second shot coming up by Anderson. He's got 18 points. Okay, Tigers trail by 4. Minute and a half to go in the game. 45-41. Here's Whalen. Turnover by the Tigers. Oh, that one came at a bad time. And that was McClung, who just lost the dribble.
Well, he got really eager to go. He saw an open lane, and as he started to go down the lane, he got bottled up. And now they immediately bring back in Lincoln for Talon. I don't know what the point for that was.
Well, Lovell will have the ball in the backcourt. Here's the inbounds pass to Lundberg. Tigers on full court pressure. Lovell still in the backcourt. They're going to bring it across the timeline with Lundberg. Lundberg outside the arc to Anderson. Minute 10 to go. Lovell can just run clock here, waiting for Lander to foul. Here's Padilla. Padilla in the lane, has the ball knocked away, but he picks it up. No whistle. Here is a rebound to Lundberg. Under a minute to go now. Lundberg with the basketball on the far side, gives it off to Anderson. Anderson is fouled by Stauffenberg.
That's the last
Lander
guy.
Needed the stoppage, but tell you what, Anderson with 18 points and 2 for 2 from the line is going to go there to shoot 2. It's the double bonus.
They should have fouled Padilla earlier, and I think that's what everyone thought they were going to do. They just didn't call it. Now their best shooter goes to the line.
And he misses.
I mean, they're still down 4. They have to pull something out on offense. If you hit the 3, you're still down 1, and you got a foul.
Anderson at the line. Shot is good. So he gets 1 of 2, and it's a 5-point game. Here's Lopez in the corner. Shot is up, off, not good. Rebounded by Lovell with 40 seconds to go. Time's running out for the Tigers. Here's Lundberg all the way down. They're going to try to kill clock. There's a foul. Stauffenberg commits number 4 to stop the clock. And back to the free throw line goes Lovell. Lundberg is 1 for 1 in the game, has 3 points. There's 35 seconds to go. It's a 5-point Lovell lead. And the Bulldogs looking to avenge that overtime loss to Tigers in the regular season next to the last game. Shots up, good.
Well, one more and this game's definitely out of reach.
Yeah, we've got just a 2-possession game right now, 6 points. Well, you got to give Lovell credit. They came to play.
Yes, they did.
Led almost the entire way. Next shot up by Lundberg. Good. 3-possession game with 35 seconds to go. Here comes Lopez outside the arc, in the corner. Back to Lopez in the lane. He throws it away. Well, that'll do it for sure. Sixby commits a foul, his first. And with 25 seconds to go, it's a 7-point lead. Lovell is going to move on to the 8:30 game tomorrow, and that's going to be against the Worland Warriors. And Lander is going to go to the noon game, and that'll be against the Thermopolis Bobcats. So at the line is Padilla. He has 3 points, misses the free throw. 25 seconds to go. Disappointing game for Lander.
Oh, and you know, it all stemmed, we'll talk about it in our postgame show, but it all stemmed from that first half. The only players to score were really Brennan and Kaysen.
Next shot is up, not good. Bartoni with the rebound. Kicks it off to Stauffenberg. 20 seconds to go. Stauffenberg outside the arc, lets one fly. It's short, not good. Lovell with the rebound, and Bartoni quickly fouls. Well, it's out of reach for the Tigers now. 15 seconds to go. They trail by 7. And Lundberg, who just hit some free throws, he's 3 for 3, is back at the line to shoot 2.
Well, they still have a chance at third place. State is not out of the question yet. They just need to win out the rest of the weekend.
You know, and unfortunately, this has been Lander's tradition, which is not a good tradition as the free throw is hit. They get to regionals and lose. It happens a lot. 15 seconds to go. The Tigers down by 8. Lundberg can put them up by 9. It's 49-41. Lovell's going to move on and advance, and the shot's not good. Bartoni with the rebound for the Tigers, just playing for the final score now. Lopez for 3. It's off, not good. Rebounded by Lovell. 5 seconds to go. They don't need to do anything but hold the ball. The game is over, and Lovell wins the contest. Final score, Lovell 49, and the Lander Tigers 41, which on paper is an upset.
It definitely is. We'll be back with our Click It or Ticket postgame show and some stats and players of the game after this.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Why should you?
Well, Ernie over and Shawn O'Brate back at the Dome in Mountain View, where the Tigers have stumbled, losing to Lovell 49-41. They were outscored 15-14 in that period, but they were down 34-27 at the end of the period, and Lovell comes back and beats them by 8.
Well, and they were down by 12 at different points in the game. Yeah. So when they got it back to 3, you thought the hope was there. And every time they got it within 3 or 5 points, their defense would just fall apart. They would let some threes go by. They would let a couple layups go easily in. And Lander's defense definitely, there's no way to say that you can blame any particular part of the game or player, but the defense of Lander, whenever they got extremely close to tying it back up, the defense just crumbled, and that's where you could really point at today and say that needed to be better if they wanted to win.
Well, the Tigers had Brennan Stauffenberg with 10 points. He had 4 field goals, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He also had, let's see, that can't be right. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. He had 16 points. I'm sorry. I miscounted that. So he had 16 points in the game. I forgot about those 2 threes he had in the first quarter. So Stauffenberg with 16 points to lead all scorer. The next leading scorer was Abe Lopez, who managed to get 7. Caleb Bartoni had 6. 4 points for Braden Lincoln, 3 points each for Kyson McClung and Talon Whelan, and 2 points for Bennett Washburn. On the other side, one player in double figures, that was Parker Anderson, and Parker did his damage in that second period. He scored 14 points in the second period to put the Bulldogs out on top 27-16, and the Tigers were never able to recover from that. Carter Lundberg had 3 clutch field goal or free throws. He was 3 for 4 and had a total of 6 points in the game. 8 points by Davin Crosby. We had 5 points each by Joel Padilla and by Jared Mangus. 3 points scored by TJ Sheeler and 1 point by Owen Walker. So it's a disappointing night for the Lander Tigers, and into the consolation bracket they go. They still have an opportunity to make state, but they're going to have to win tomorrow and then win on Saturday. Tomorrow's game for the Tigers will be at noon, and they will play the Thermopolis Bobcats, and the Lovell Bulldogs move on to the 8:30 game against the Worland Warriors. Worland had a tough game against Mountain View at halftime. It was a 1-point game, and then Worland blew them out in the second half to win. So it'll be a tough uphill climb for Lovell tomorrow, but that's what it's going to be.
And just to bring it back to this before we let everyone go, this game was for Sam Smith. These guys loved Sam. Sam loved them. He loved calling for them. And they beat Lander tonight in outstanding fashion. I mean, they really didn't trail after that first quarter when it was tied 9-9. And, we mentioned the points, but what you didn't really mention is they had 16 points in the first half.
Right.
Meanwhile, Lovell had 27, and one of the main reasons why, and we talked about this with the girls the whole first half of the season, they were just chucking up threes. Lander was just chucking up threes left and right. They weren't falling after just 1 or 2 of them fell. They thought they might be able to have a 3-point night, and nothing was falling in that second quarter. That led to no scoring. That led to a terrible second quarter, and the momentum just didn't lead into that second half with them.
Lander had 4 trays on the night. Lovell had 5. And
but look at where they all were. 1, 2, 3 were all in the first quarter.
All in the first quarter, yep. So Lander loses the first round of the West 3A basketball tournament. They'll move on and play Thermopolis tomorrow at noon in a game that you will hear here.
No, we play Mountain View at 1:30.
Oh, we play Mountain View, not Thermopolis?
No, Thermopolis.
I'm sorry, I've got the wrong bracket I'm looking
So here's actually our schedule for tomorrow. We want everyone to hear it.
Okay,
and
let's
we will.
make this right.
Yeah, we'll go down the line. Oh, you're hitting the button. Oh. So we'll just go right down the line. Boys bracket. Tomorrow, Lyman plays Powell. Warland plays Lovell. Thermopolis plays Pinedale at noon. We will have that game on 101.7 KDNO and on WYO Today's YouTube page. And Mountain View will play Lander at 1:30. We'll also have that game on WYO Today's YouTube page and on 93.1 KFCW. Over in the girls bracket, Powell will play Lyman. Pinedale will play Mountain View. And the girls of Lander will play Warland at 9 a.m. Again, we'll have that on 93.1 KFCW as well as WYO Today's YouTube page. Directly following that, we will have Thermopolis girls going up against Lovell. That'll be on 101.7 KDNO and on WYO Today's YouTube page. And both Lander and Thermopolis in the losers brackets, both the girls and the boys play tomorrow. Win and you keep going, lose and you go home a day early.
That's right. And so one strike against both the Lady Tigers and the Tigers. And in this game, it's 2 strikes and you're out.
Yep.
So thank you, Shawn O'Brate, for setting me straight on that. 1:30 tomorrow against Mountain View here at the Dome in Buffalo territory, home of the Buffaloes. So Lander did not beat Lovell. We kind of anticipated they might, but they
I
just
think on
didn't play
paper
well.
they should have.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2 seed going up against the 3 seed, and this all stems. We talked about it at the break earlier. Lander, both in football and basketball, the boys had a chance to be the number 1 seed, and all they had to do was win their final game of the regular season. And in both instances, they lost games that they probably should have won.
Yeah, they lost here on the road at Lyman by only 4 points.
Yep.
And that was the clincher if they had won that one, but that was an if, and they didn't win it. So congratulations to the Lovell Bulldogs, and of course the game was dedicated today to Sam Smith, the reporter and broadcaster for the Lovell Bulldogs, who was killed in a car wreck last week. 32-year-old young man. We had a real nice visit with him just a couple of weeks ago up in Lovell. Really a tragic event. On behalf of Shawn O'Brate, this is Ernie Over, thanking Katie Shields back at the radio studio for keeping us on the air. And we will wish you a pleasant good evening. Drive carefully, everyone. We'll be back on the air tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. with the Lady Tigers. Good night.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
You want to put that in your little notebook there?
Yeah. You want to take this to your room tonight?